number 2. Says everything is working fine now on this end. So whatever it was probably a slight issue. So I get about 3 minutes to show time. 3 minutes. So let's see. We get the new one up. Guys need to hear what's going on, because if you don't hear what's going on,
until showtime.
3 minutes. If you don't hear it, it's not a good thing. Okay, I unplug the phone. All right, now just plug it into charge. And I'm all set on that end. All right, I should be good. I should be good. Could do a chat overlay today. All right, let me know if you can hear me now, guys. There was no sound before, so I'm hoping you can hear now. All right. Few more minutes.
2 minutes until showtime.
All right. That's so much stuff to get through. So much stuff to get through. I think I might move this over. I'm gonna move this over. Hi. Yes, I got so much stuff. I have a big booklet here. Okay. Woo. Okay. It's a little root chakra here. Root chakra. Root chakra. That should be better. All right. Everything looks good. Here we go. Hopefully nothing gets booted this time.
1 minute until showtime.
Okay, 1 minute. That's better. Otis, please be good, baby. Otis, stop! God. Otis!
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
It's showtime, folks! Welcome to the Myth Radio Podcast Network, right here on Blog Talk Radio, with shows 6 days a week. Saturdays set aside for special events and recreation. Join us as we produce the best on the net today. Be a part of their creation. Network intro by Robert Sloan. Find Robert Sloan Music today on Facebook and on YouTube. And now your featured show. divination, paganism, Viking, history, Celtic, magic, self-help, chakras, energy, and so much more. Join her every Thursday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and allow yourself to awaken with A.T.U.
Wow. That was a very loud intro. I wonder who did that. I don't know. All right, guys. Tonight, you don't want to miss this. You really don't. We're getting into the root chakra. It's the 7 main chakra series is we're going to be getting into. We're going to be talking a lot about your root chakra. Okay, so we're going to get that energy going, get the energy flowing. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks in order to help you um, in order to help you better understand what's going on with your chakras. Now, those that are just tuning in, yes, this is actually the correct one. Okay, because the other one just had no sound. So hopefully this one's got sound and we're good. So let's get this show on the road. What do you think? So we're not even gonna wait for a few people to come in, is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get right into the root, the root of the issue. Now, the root chakra, babe, the root chakra is at the base of your spine. Okay. That's the first thing. Now, for anybody that we're going to get into a lot more information about it, but your color on this is red. Now, your root chakra is, of course, your energy center. It's your energy level, the level that you do need to come in. So you want to stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of information coming to you in this hour. We have also some Tibetan bowls that I pre-recorded. So I will have those up rather than having all of my bowls all over the board all the time. And then I have to go over here to see what's going on the computer and nobody can see me because I'm always doing this or I'm reaching over here for this. So I figured it would be easier to do it that way. Okay. So the first thing I want to explain to you is about there is a really easy way for you guys to help your root chakra. Okay. So you want to take your thumb and your pointer and you want to put those two together on both hands. Okay. And you want to rest that on your knees. Now, as those two are resting on your knees with your palms up, rest them on your knees. You want to use what is known as a seed sound. Now, the seed sound is LAM, which is alarm. But the way it's pronounced to help, and of course, feet flat on the ground, flat feet. The way this is pronounced is lam. The A sound is a lot longer, is what it is for the root chakra. But there is quite a bit of information that you will have coming out on this one. And of course, some of these pages definitely need to be rewritten because they've fallen apart. This book is so old. Made this a long time ago. So we'll get into some questions and stuff, maybe closer towards the second half of the show. I might do a chakra balancing as well. I'm not really sure. Haven't decided yet. I'm just going to wing it and go with the flow. So, for those of you that are tuning in and you're looking to find out certain information, now your root chakra, the color, of course, is red. Your note, which is C, we're talking about musical notes. So, Tibetan bowls, tuning forks, that would be a C note. Okay. I could find the paper in here somewhere. Which I probably should have picked up about the hertz because certain hertz do work correctly for certain things. Now, your root chakra works a lot with your earth elements. Of course, your element is earth and it talks a lot about your basic trust, okay? But it's also your energy center. It's where your energy actually comes from. When people sometimes telling you you're not grounded enough and you feel tired and lethargic all the time, there is actually a reason for it. It could be an off balance chakra. It could be a slow moving chakra. It could be a blocked chakra. And there's a lot of ways at home that you can actually assist yourself in doing something to help you out. Now, as I said, it's actually located at the base of your spine. That's your tailbone. Okay. That is your tailbone. Now, your root chakra is actually the chakra of stability, security, and your basic needs. Okay, all your basic needs, like we need food, water, and shelter. This is all your basic needs. Okay, now the root chakra is actually comprised of whatever grounds you to stabilize you in your life. Okay, this is a stabilization, is what it is. This actually includes, just like I said, your basic needs such as food, water, shelter, safety, as well as your emotional needs and your interconnection with other beings and yourself, as well as being fearless. Okay. Now, like I said, there are many signs that you can work with in your root chakra that you can tell whether or not it's off balanced, it's not functioning properly. So far, so good on Blog Talk. We'll take that as a good sign today. So, and these are just some of the signs of an off balance. Now, this particular thing I wrote up a long time ago, so I will be repeat a little bit here and there. So, I'll get to it. So now, physical imbalances. There are physical and there are emotional imbalances. Now, some of these things can actually affect individuals who have had issues with any type of an addictive personality. Now, an addiction could be anything. It could be cigarettes, it could be shopping, it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be many different types. An addiction is actually an addiction. So, thank you, hon. So we have all of these things. Hopefully the sound is okay there, Howie. All right. So what we're talking about right now is I'm talking about some of your physical. Now, all of these things that happen within our chakras, we talked about the auras already. So if you don't have a chance, go over to Blog Talk Radio, backtrack and look for the show on auras because it's going to explain the outer part of it. Okay. So that's going to be fantastic. Okay. Now, physical imbalances in the root chakra actually include, now listen very closely. This includes problems with your legs, feet, rectum, tailbone, your immune system, male reproductive parts. Okay. Let's see. Your prostate gland, please excuse me. Those with imbalances here are likely to experience issues such as digestion, arthritis, knee pain, sciatica, eating disorders, and or constipation. Okay, and or constipation is what we're dealing with right here. So all of these manifestations of us not having that root chakra in balance on a regular daily basis can contribute to some of the medical conditions that we're dealing with right now. Now, an emotional based imbalances, like I said, there's physical and there's emotional. We're going to go through all of the chakras before we get into anything else fun. So, we're going to get through every single chakra. So this is like a series of 7, and then we're going to get into some rune casting fun. So I definitely want to have a special show for the Halloween. Now, your emotional imbalances actually include feelings affecting your basic survival needs, such as money, um, shelter, food, and your ability to provide life's necessities. For those of us that feel like, oh my God, no matter what I do, I can't. And again, one, you're bringing in the negative because you're saying, I can't, never use the words, I can't. So you're bringing in the negative. You don't want to do that. You want to have a more positive state of mind. But the root chakra is what affects that. Believe it or not, your root chakra can affect, you can't provide. You can't, oh my God, I can't provide. Why? And that's because you have an imbalance in your root chakra. Okay. Now, when the chakra is balanced, which is awesome thing to find out, and I'm gonna pull out one of my couple of my little tools and I'm gonna show you guys a couple of ways to actually check your chakra as well. Um, The emotional imbalances actually include your, and again, what we talked about, your money, food, shelter, and your ability. Now, there's other psychological conditions as well. These are emotional. When your chakra is balanced, you feel more supported. You have a sense of connection and safety, okay, to the physical world, and you feel grounded. You feel rooted in where you are and where you want to go. That's why this is so important. Now, the lesson of this chakra is actually self preservation. Okay. We have the right to be here. We all have the right to be here on this earth. This is our right to be here on this earth where we are. Okay. So what we do not want is we don't want that feeling of flight or flight, like you never feel like you're home. This has a lot to do with your root chakra. Okay. So your root chakra is what stabilizes you into, because all of us, we live in apartments and we live in things. Some of us grew up in houses, others didn't. But that's not it. Home is a feeling within yourself. It's not a physical place for most people. It's a feeling. It's individuals to me. That's what home is. Now, there are actually signs of a blocked root chakra. Okay, a blocked root chakra is what we're talking about. Now, and again, I told you, your root chakra actually becomes, if it becomes unbalanced, this is what you don't want, okay? Unbalanced or blocked, okay? You might feel stuck, like you can't seem to move forward in life. You're stuck no matter what you do. You just can't seem to move forward at all, okay? This frequently happens following a traumatic event, family problems, death of a loved one, major life changes, okay? A blockage in the chakra actually can prevent the release of grief, guilt, and sadness. Okay. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to contributing to the inability to move forward that prevents you from following your own destiny. Now, yes, I have had a blockage in my root chakra at one time. I didn't have that ability to follow my own destiny. And that had a lot to do with the energy center. I have to follow this. There was no sense of home, no sense of being. There was a lot happening. So these are things I fixed within myself in order to get to where I am right now. Excuse me, coffee. Mm. Guys, you got to try this cinnamon coffee. Gotta love it. Cinnamon stick right in the coffee. I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. Let's plop this open for a sec. Oh, because I got a lot of information in here. And sometimes it's just easier to pull the page up, I'll tell you. So, all right. And also, and again, you don't want to not follow your destiny. Now, there are actually some common psychological symptoms. Okay. And again, there are psychological symptoms that of an imbalanced root chakra. And these are some of the psychological conditions. You're dealing with loneliness, insecurities, feeling ungrounded, unconfident, abandoned, okay, indecisive, depression, anxiety, addictions, very big with the root chakra, okay, phobias and obsessions. All of these psychological conditions are things that happen when your root chakra is either off balance or blocked. Okay. And that's what we don't need, because the root chakra is the main chakra. Going from the ground up is what we have. Okay. Now, some of the common physical symptoms, and we've talked about these before. Let's see if we've missed anything. Lower back pain. Okay, a lot of us have that. Sciatica, varicose veins. Let's see. Excuse me. Constipation, we talked about. Diarrhea, rectal and anal problems. Impotency, also. Water retention, and a problem with the groin, legs, hips, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. My goodness. But you don't have to just worry about your chakra either being unbalanced or blocked. You also have to worry about having too much energy. Okay. Because too much, when it's just like spinning, blah, 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 too fast, that's not a good thing. Now, an overactive chakra, especially your root chakra, could actually trigger feelings, extreme feelings. We're talking about extreme feelings and insecurities. Okay. This is your insecurity of what it is that you need right now. Awesome. Okay. So your insecurities. Now, in the effort to actually rekindle the security you once felt within the core of your being, you now cling to outside influences to compensate the void you feel within yourself. Aha! Aha! That's what happens. And that is some of the signs of overactive. Overactive isn't necessarily always good. More isn't better. Now, if the chakra is overly open, excessive attachments, of course, could develop that could lead you to your certain rigidity behaviors, extremely rigid. Okay. We may be obsessed with either money or possessions. Okay. Or our health. We go through obsessions, unable to allow change, unable to let go. All right. As a result, you're getting stuck in the same old rut, the same old routine, and the same old patterns. Okay. And this is what happens when we have too much happening right now. Awesome. Awesome sauce. So, let's see. Right now, we've got some basic information, okay? Basic. And I still have more basic information that I'm going to be plopping off to you right now. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple of tools that I like to have around, which I should have probably taken out before the show, but hey, life goes on. Life goes on. Now, first thing we're going to talk about is a pendulum. A lot of people do have a pendulum. Okay. Pendulums are really good for a lot of things. They're good for balancing. They're great for finding your kids lost Game Boys when they were in the couch when they were a kid. Because let me tell you, yeah, you know how much lost items I found with one of these. This particular one happens to be a chakra one. Now, what you want to do, and again, the example I'm going to give you guys right now is going to be on my third eye. And because I can see my third eye, and you guys can see my third eye, can't very well see my root. Besides, standing up and showing you my butt wouldn't be a good thing. So, what? I know. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to hold it right in front of your my third eye chakra. Now I am going to ask the pendulum to show me the spin of my third eye chakra. Show me the spin. Now, do you see how it's spinning on a nice even keel? Okay. That's the spin, and that's good. So now we want to go down, and again, usually work your way from the top to the bottom. Now you want to see the spin of, I'm going to see the spin of my throat because, again, it's one that you can see. I want to make sure that the spin is at the same speed and the same width as the other chakras. So show me the spin of my throat chakra. And you want to hold yourself as still as possible. And by the looks in the camera, which is on a delay, it's kind of freaking me out, I'm telling you. It looks to be going the same. So, and that is good. That means that I have been working on those correctly. And again, pendulums, a really good thing to have in your hands. There's many other tools you can actually utilize. You can meditate with a chakra stick. You can meditate with chakra crystals. I really enjoy the energy of the crystals. There's aromatherapy, but there is also tuning forks. Tuning forks. Now, this particular tuning fork is a 128. Now, certain tuning forks is what it is. It's the vibrational energy. See, if I had a block, I don't have my 528 with me right now. If I had, say, if I had a block or I'm trying to do some healing, you want to hit the tuning fork and you want, oh God, look at that. You want the energy to come into the particular area that you're feeling. Okay. So, and again, this is a very old, big one. Vibrational energy will come in. It works with many different aspects. I love the vibrational sound of this. And again, I don't think you guys can actually hear this over there, but tuning forks are a really amazing thing to have. They do happen to make a chakra tuning fork set that is on Amazon. I could get that link up soon. Now, physical symptoms, there are actual physical symptoms as well as it from an overactive chakra. Okay. And this can include bladder problems, again, constipation, fatigue, and anemia. Okay. It affects your blood, believe it or not. It will affect your blood. Now, among the most common non physical signs of a root chakra is too active. This is what's going to happen: anger, short temper, greediness, belligerence, impatience, and feeling stuck. All of these things affect you, okay, when we are having issues with our chakras. Now, I do hop on the chakra. Um, I do hop on the chakras quite a bit, but keeping them balanced is extremely important. Now, there are many things that you guys can utilize in order to, ow, I almost got my finger on that one, in order to assist yourself in this. But what I'm going to do right now, okay, anybody that's driving, I want you to pull over. We're going to do this probably a couple times during the show. We're about halfway through. You have your information. Now, when you spin your chakra, I want you to spin it clockwise, not my clock, your clock. The clock that's up over your head, spin it clockwise. Okay, say if you were looking at a clock on a wall, and the clock on the wall for me goes this way when I'm looking at it. Okay. So if I was to turn, then that would be my clock. So my clock would go almost in the opposite direction because this is the clock up over my head that's spinning. So that's the way that you want to spin this particular chakra. Now, the color of this is red. Okay, of course, it's red. You want to spin it clockwise while you're listening to the Tibetan singing bowl, and the note is C. And again, your thumb and your pointer finger, thumb and pointer finger. Okay. Put those down on your lap. I want to close your eyes for just a moment. And I want you to listen to this lovely sound, which I forgot to upload. So hopefully you guys can hear this. We'll find out in a minute. But this is note C. So close your eyes, spin your root chakra red. It's down next to your tailbone. Listen to this. Mm. That is the actual Tibetan singing bowl. I happen to like the crystal bowls better as far as sound, but that's my preference. So this one is the Tibetan bowl. So let's see. Now we're actually going to be getting into some of the things you can do. And then I want to get a little further into some of the psychological um, psychological things that can actually happen here. Now, one of the things you can actually do to help your root chakra, and again, is if at all you have a chance, go outside barefoot. Okay. Literally go outside barefoot, get in nature, plants in your house, dig in the dirt. This is something that's actually going to help. Yes, it creates havoc with the nails, but don't worry, I have a nail brush. You guys can get one. It's awesome. But if you prefer this sound therapy, and again, there's the seed sound, which is LAM. It's again pronounced lam, and the color is red. But you can also work with some essential oils to help your chakra out with this. Now, some of the essential oils are the benzoed cedarwood, frankincense, myrrh, oak moss, patchouli, spikenard, it's cypress is what you can actually use for oils. Okay. Now, if we're going to talk about herbs and foods, some of the herbs and foods you can actually utilize is red. What's red, guys? What's red food? Okay. So let's see. Some of them you can actually use. Some of the herbs and spices here is burdock, cloves, clover, dandelion, of course, is really good. Rosemary, horseradish. Let's see, hot paprika, chives, cayenne, pepper. Really, really good to help with that root chakra. Just add a little bit of that in. Now, of course, any red or dark brown colored herb, spice, or food is something that's really going to help you with this particular chakra. Okay. So you wanna get that. You want to get that food in you. Okay. But again, what are there? Oh, there's crystals. I love crystals. I love crystal energy. Everybody that knows me knows that I do love that. One of the really good stones to work with is there's quite a few. And again, red, and I didn't list red jasper here. Red jasper is one of them. Carnelian is actually a gemstone that's actually excellent for the base chakra and the sacral chakra, which is your second chakra up. Now, and again, red carnelian we're talking about, not the orange, but the red carnelian crystal is an ideal chakra for healing this chakra. So if there's an issue in the chakra you need healing, you want to utilize the red carnelian. Now, orange carnelian crystal actually activates and works with both the root and the sacral chakra. Now, a red carnelian bracelet or ring, anything that's red carnelian bracelet or ring. Why bracelet or ring? Because when you're walking, it's down to the ground. That's why bracelets, certain bracelets, like I have the tourmaline. The tourmaline is good for my roots and the obsidian. So that's what I utilize for my root chakra. So when my hands are down, I'm working with the healing energy of that particular crystal. So that's something that's very good too. Now, and again, what it's going to do is it's going to help with the vibrational energy. Why? Because we have, hi Cheryl, how you doing? So because it works with the vibrational energy, we're talking about the vibrations down below. So, and that's why bracelets. Okay, bracelets. Now, garnet is another good one. I love garnet. I like emerald too, but I like them all. What can I say? So now the garnet one, it's actually this crystal will clear and heal your root chakra. That's why garnet. It'll clear and heal the actual root chakra. Now let's see. Okay, red garnet's actually excellent for the base chakra, and they are, of course, they're beautiful bracelets and rings. Garnet essential elixir, if you do work with elixirs with crystals, that'll help heal your base chakra. Also, heal away any impurities in your energy field. Where are your energy fields? Your energy fields are what? On the outside of our body. We're talking about our auras, is what we're talking about. Now, 7 drops again, 2 times a day for like 2 weeks is the recommended dose for this. This is something I looked up. I do aromatherapy. I don't really work much with the tinctures as far as this, but I do work with aromatherapy. So these are certain things that can actually help you out. You're in rehab right now, so let's see. Cheryl's in rehab. She's a friend of mine, heading home next week. Good. Hopefully you get better and you take your time and you do what you need to do for you. Okay, another popular crystal is tourmaline. Love black tourmaline. Mm. Sorry, I had to take a swig. Now, black tourmaline is really excellent for a lot of things. Not only is it actually good for your root chakra, but it's also good to have tourmaline chunks throughout your house because it's going to be something that works very well with your negativity within your house, negative energy coming in, anything negative. Because when you have too much negativity around you, it can actually affect how you behave or how you actually react because we have all these influences around you. And I can get more into that when I going to pick a show and we're going to talk about emotional crystals as well. Now, tourmaline, especially black tourmaline, is actually excellent for the base chakra. Black tourmaline will help you heal your root chakra and balance your Moderna from the crown to the root. Okay, so we're talking the whole king caboodle. Okay, red or rutilated tourmaline heals the base or the heart chakra, making it ideal in recovery of matters of the heart. Now, an essence with the elixir can help heal your root chakra. Of course, bracelets, of course, made are really, really good. Black and red tourmaline is actually benefit. You can do one of those. So what you want to do is the tourmaline is really good because it works constantly. It works all day. Tiger's eye. I love tiger's eye. The reason for tiger's eye is it works with all three chakras. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for a crystal to work on the bottom three chakras, you want to get a tiger's eye. Why? Because the tiger's eye actually, okay, the gemstone itself are very empowering. It actually resonates with the root as well as the sacral and the solar plexus. Okay. The combination of actually black tourmaline and a tiger's eye on a bracelet is not only gorgeous, but it's actually quite beneficial for a lot of your lower chakra energy. So you're getting the tourmaline, which is protective, and you're getting the tiger's eye, which is quite beneficial, and it'll be something that's wonderful and beautiful for you. Now, those that actually do yoga, mountain pose. Oh God. I had let's see, way back in the day, I did have somebody with me at one point, Stephanie Pereira. She was such a trooper. She was demonstrating all the yoga poses. And I'm sorry, some of them are kind of difficult, they were kind of hard. So what you do is you stand with your feet hip length apart, okay? And then you start with your hands almost in a prayer possession, hip length. You do this standing up. You can do this in your chair for those that are not able to function right now. And what you want to do is you want to bring your hands straight up, 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 and almost straighten them into a peak. And they're kind of over your crown. So what you're doing is you're stretching from your root up to your energy center, which is really good for your chakras. That's something that's going to help you out. Sound healing. Sound healing is really beneficial. And again, the note C. You play guitar. I don't play a bunch of C notes. I don't know. I mean, that's something. The note C is very good for your root chakra as well. And again, for those that just like wanna, those that words are very powerful. So what can you do? That's easy. Affirmations. Affirmations are quite beneficial to you and your chakra. A couple examples. I accept all of the abundance in my life. That's a good one. And again, you can make up your own. I nourish my body, mind, and spirit is another good one for the root. Let's see. My energy is grounded to bring in a healthy energy flow. That's why we need to be grounded. We need to be grounded in order to bring in that flow of energy, that flow that's actually going to help from the root. Bring it all the way up is what we want to do. Okay. I have everything I need for an abundant life because a lot of times, if we have that blocked chakra, what happens? We feel like we don't provide enough. We feel like there isn't enough actually happening or going on, is what it is. Oh, I almost would have had time for a couple, but let's get into a couple of more here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Now, let's see. I don't think there's anything there. No. Yeah, of course. Feeling stuck and abandoned. Another one. Again, persistent financial problems, believe it or not, is something that does come from your root chakra. So those are things that you need to look at. Constantly getting by, just constantly getting or going by or going without is another thing that happens with the root chakra. Stress due to over resilience or external circumstances. Now, I do happen to have a section in here I did want to go over. I really should put this in an actual book sometime. First, I'd actually have to, I don't know, organize it. Yeah, there's something that I did want to read to you guys because earlier I was talking to you a little bit about addictions. Addictions, right? Well, how do an addiction actually play a role in your chakra? Believe it or not, they do. Okay, and I have a little write up, something that I've actually wrote up, and I'm going to read this to you guys to explain to you why the chakras are kind of important. And again, addiction just doesn't have to do with alcohol and drugs. There's shopping addiction. There's addictions to people. There's addictions to flattery. There's addictions to so many different things. It's unbelievable. Now, what role do chakras actually play in addictions and behavioral health? Aha! And how can we treat addictions and behavioral health issues by working on the body's energy system? Now, I'm a true believer in this because I do have a doctorate in holistic psychology. This is right along the lines of the holistic psychology aspect of it. Okay. So, and that's what it is. Let's see. For starters, let's look at what a chakra is. And again, the chakra is defined as follows. Chakra is the concept referring to a wheel-like vortex, which, according to traditional Indian medicine, are believed to exist in the surface of a subtle body of living beings. Okay, is anybody out there saying, huh? All right. So the chakras are said to be they're pretty much energy force centers, circles. They're all centers, okay? So their energy and what they do is they're yeah. Okay, they're doing that. So they're permeating from your actual energy source is what they're doing, and they increase, and it's like a fan shaped type forming is what it is, and it's a rotating vortex of subtle matter that actually considered a focal point for the reception and transmission of energies. And that's why we're talking about, I mean, there are over 200 chakra points. We are talking about the 7 main chakra points, which are extremely, extremely important for us to all have knowledge on. All right. Now, when these chakras are actually out of balance or either over or underactive, or when they have a buildup of toxins, the physical body will attempt to balance them through negative behavioral patterns and addictions. Let me read that to you one more time. Okay. When these chakras are out of balance, either over or underactive, or when they have a buildup of toxins, the physical body will attempt to balance them through negative behavioral patterns and addictions. Do we understand that? All right. By literally reaching out for some kind of fix. And that's what you're doing. Your chakra is reaching out for that I gotta have that fix. I gotta have that. Just with me. One more crystal. Just one more crystal. Wait, I want to build this too. I'm bad sometimes. I'll admit it. Now, each chakra that you do have actually relates to a specific issue, is what it is. Now, therefore, specific addictions or behavioral patterns, okay, by upping the energy pattern, it is possible to treat, okay? And treatments for addictions don't always essentially, um, what they don't always work, because what's happening is we're not getting to the root of the issue. Well, another pun. Root of the issue is what it is. Okay. What they're doing is you're only touching the outer. You're not touching the deep inner of what's happening right now. So this is what we need to get into. Okay. Now, and again, for example, in traditional addiction treatment programs, there may be a specific group of toxic or a group of something similar to spirituality for addictions. Perhaps this group would meet once a week and discuss the topic about an hour or so. Then the group part ways, and perhaps the addicted person may further discuss spirituality with an individual counselor or attend an AA meeting. But there is a difference between actually charging the body's energy system, okay? A big difference, because you need to charge and cleanse your energy system. You can pretty much word vomit things that are happening to you, but you need to get to the root cause of the particular issue. Now, with chakra cleansing program, okay, an addicted individual is given the opportunity to heal on many levels, many levels. And that's what we need to do. And what you're doing is you're healing the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay. And you want to do this in some place that a nice private setting. So always a trained professional is the best place for you to do that. Now, one-on-one energy work until balancing each chakra in the energy system is whole, and you continue until it's done that. Now, removing blockages and toxins that actually deter the healing on all three energy bodies. And again, there are three energy bodies. We haven't gotten into that. The root chakra is the base. That's one. The auras is two. We didn't talk about the third yet. Ooh. We'll get to that. We will get to that. Now, there is all three energy bodies: physical, okay, excuse me, aesthetic, and your astral. Those are your three energy bodies, okay? Now, what you do is you need to clear up what is unhealthy and replace it with healthy, healing, light energy. Clear up the junk. It's like cleaning out your closet, guys, but except it's for your chakras. That's what you need to do here. All right. That is definitely what you need to do. Now, let's get into the root chakra, because that's what we're talking about tonight, is the root. Mm. Oh, got about 15 minutes left here, peeps. And I have tons and tons of information. So if anybody has any questions about alternative methods as far as herbs and aromatherapy, I can look that up. I have an index in the back of this thing. It's a mess, but I have one. Okay. Now, your root chakra. Now, listen to this for a minute. Again, this is all research I've done over lots and lots and lots of years in order to get to the root of particular issues, is what I've done. And I swear to God, there's a spirit in my bedroom right now. Babe, there's a spirit in my room. Yeah. Okay. So the root chakra is actually related to, and this is if you're having an issue in the root chakra, I've actually done this to steps of what to look for to make it a little bit easier. Okay. It's actually related to heroin, cocaine, alcohol, milk, fats, and meats. Okay. Now, again, you know where it is. It's actually located at the base of your spine. It's your foundation. It's the foundation in which you set. Now, if you are building a house, you don't want a cockeyed foundation. You don't want a cracked foundation. You don't want an over excessive foundation. We need an important, steady foundation. And that's the important part right there. Okay. Now, let's see. It's actually related to your security, survival, and potential. It actually also governs your sexuality and your stability, giving us the ability to be sensual yet balanced, which is something many of us struggle with. Okay. And again, in and out of recovery, people do struggle with that. Now, whether you're dealing with an actual physical recovery, if you're dealing with a psychological recovery, a mental recovery, or a shopaholic recovery, it really does. A food anonymous. There's so many different things. Me, my worst addiction, cigarettes. Okay, to me, that's the worst addiction. Coffee, I ain't giving it up. Sorry, I draw the line. Cigarettes, eventually, I know it's an addiction. It's something that I have to work on, and it is something that I'm going to work on, but I've worked on a lot for myself. So, and again, what it is you don't want to overtext your root chakra. You don't want to overexpand your root chakra. You want to bring that in. You want to have that foundation as sturdy as you would be building like a 10-ton house on top of it, because that is where all your energy is. That is where everything in that you need is for that particular chakra. Okay. Now I do have some lovely runes here, but we're not really going to get into that right now. Um, Now, let's see. I'm trying to get into this. I'm trying to find, I do have some really lovely other things here. The root chakra. Oh, nice. This is good, good, good. The meaning of the seven chakras. Okay. So, and again, we're going to talk root chakra is what I'm talking about right now. Let's see. And again, it says that everything that I have researched and read, the root chakra is our foundation and feeling of being grounded, nourished, stable, secure, and our basic needs. It deals with the tasks related to the material and the physical world and our ability to stand up for ourselves. How many of us have had an issue where we allow people to walk on us because we don't stand up for ourselves? It's one of the things that we all need to work on. We all need to stand up for ourselves, okay? Now, control is your fight or flight. Will you fight for yourself or will you just take off? Okay? And again, also basic needs such as food, water, shelter. All right. So now let's get into, let's see, that is your sacral chakra. Okay. And let's see, shelter and your safety, as well as your emotional needs and family relationships, all come from this root chakra. The chakras just are not about oh, look, it's a red spinning ball that's around my butt. No, it's a lot more in-depth psychological work is what you're doing. You're dealing with creating the the ground, the foundation of who you are and who you want to be. That foundation of you and yourself is what you're creating. So it is worth knowing about. It's worth reading about. It's worth gaining knowledge for. And it's worth working on it, because what are you working on? You're working on self. You're working on you. You're working on many things, not just flight or flight, but you're working on standing up for yourself in the right way. You're working on making yourself a stronger, better individual. You're working on getting rid of that fear. And again, a lot of times that fear, that flight or fight, that's fear. A lot of times that is fear. That's created from a fear within ourselves. Okay. We are not good enough. So we put up with not standing up for ourselves. Okay. We are not healthy. We are not worthy, as in, oh my God, what was that? Movie, Wayne's World. We are not worthy. I'm sorry, I just got that flashed in my head there. So these are the things they're actually talking about. Okay. Now, let's see. Now, what we want, okay, the first three vertebrae, okay, that's one of the things that can be affected your first three vertebrae, the location of the spine and the tailbone area. That's where the chakra is located, encompassed in the first three vertebrae: the bladder, the colon, the legs, the feet, bones, large intestines, and your adrenal glands. This is what the root chakra all affects. It all affects this. And again, you're dealing with your survival issues such as finance, independence, money, and food. Now, when this chakra is open, we will feel safe and fearless. How many people out there want to feel safe and fearless? I mean, I have lotus flowers. Chinese certain flowers do mean certain things um in order to help bring you out. Now, let's see if I can come up with any. Oh my goodness, there's so many more here. I wanted to get into the section right now. I have a few more minutes left. And I really wanted to get into some of the healing methods, visualization, food, aromatherapy, seed sounds. Okay, hold on. Oh, colored water is another one I forgot to tell you guys about. Literally, you want to take something that's edible, even food coloring that's edible, and you want to take bottled water, bottled, not tap water, because it's got fluoride in it. Take the bottled water and put colors in each bottle that represent your chakras. Let them charge by sunlight. Okay. So let them charge in the sun to get them nice, fully charged. Okay. And then you of course, make them cold, put them in the fridge. And then what you want to do is you want to take like a shot glass of that particular colored water, and what it's going to do is it's going to help cleanse that particular chakra the same way actual food will. That is one and colors red. When I wear red, oh my god, I tell you, I get very honorary, so I try not to wear red. And honorary Susie is not a good one. So let's see. There's oh, thank you, chakra stones. I love chakra stones. Now there's a lot of different crystals and stones that you can use to utilize to actually help yourself. And I really love that. And again, I do love the chakra stone, the chakra energies. As I've stated before, the chakra stones does have all the colors of the crystals. I love the energy of it, be able to meditate, get it all done. And the meditation is another good thing that's really, really good for you is meditation. Now, agate, the crystal agate, and then again, everything's way over there. Okay, so agate actually aligns your aesthetic body with your physical body. It assists in staying grounded. Say it assists you in staying grounded. Okay. It also intensifies passion and emotions, and it stimulates the root chakra. So if your root chakra is almost like not going anywhere, kind of like a deflated deflated balloon, that is something that's going to help get that going for you. Okay. Now, amber. Oh my God, I love amber. Amber, real amber, it actually helps you open up your third eye chakra. So, amber is a really good crystal. It's not a crystal, it's actually sap from an ancient tree, is what it is. Amethyst is another good one. I have my little amethyst little claw on here today. Or is that? Oh, nope, that's tiger's eye. I have an amethyst one as well. I love my little raven claws. All right. So this actually it helps you facilitate meditation. So it's going to help you and assist you in meditation. Helps with communication with one's guides and angels. Actually helps you to understand the root cause of one imbalance or disease. Helps you understand the root cause. Get that? Root cause? Isn't that good? Another pun. Isn't that nice? Okay. So this is actually going to help. And again, if you have any self-destructive patterns or issues with ego, this is going to help with that as well. That'll be something to help with that. Actually used to heal addictive behavioral patterns and helps you to clear your mind out. So those are really awesome things. Oh my God. I can't stop talking. I got 3 minutes left of the show. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, and again, green adventurine actually activates, clears, and protects your heart chakra. Bloodstone awakens and it balances your first to fourth chakra. So, there's a lot of information, guys. There's a lot of things you can actually do to help yourself, maintain yourself, create that balance. So, what I want you guys to do for homework, isn't that awful? You feel like you're in school? For homework, we might be doing two chakras next week. I don't know. So what I want you to do is I want you to come up with a list of things that in that you can do in order to help balance yourself out and balance your chakra and take care of yourself. I mean, it's really good. Red food, red herbs, red crystals, even crystals that aren't red is something that can help you out. So I'm really hoping that the information that I shared with you today is something that'll help someone out there, and that's what matters to me. What matters to me is to help you guys out. I know you guys are looking for fun shows, but sometimes I get into these teaching modes and it's something that I cannot help. But we will get into a lot more things coming up as we keep going on this. And you will see me again. Same bat time, same bat channel, or same Viking time, same Viking channel. How's that? So, and again, I will be back next week and we're going to get into a couple more chakras. So we're probably going to get into the sacral and the solar plexus chakras, see if we can squish those two into one particular show. Because Halloween show, I want to do something special for Halloween. So let me see if I can figure that out. Maybe we'll get into some runes or some candles or something fancy like that. You never know. All right, guys, I want to say peace out.
90 seconds.
90 seconds out, guys. Peace out. I love you. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have a very blessed week. And I'll see you over for crystal sales, probably in about half hour.
Don't be sad. A.T.U will be back next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay tuned to the Rift Network for all other podcasts.
Peace out. Well, that was
Thank
a
you for using Blog Talk Radio.
goodbye. That was a very interesting show there, guys. I mean, I enjoyed myself. I really love helping people as much as I can. And I think giving them the information to utilize in order to either help themselves or someone in their family is always been very important to me. So, and again, thank you for tuning in. I did enjoy helping you out. If you have any questions, please feel free. You guys know how to find me. I am going to be doing some more crystal sales again, and I probably will be doing them every single night to get things back going again. I do have some spheres and some points that I am going to be starting off with. So, guys, get yourself ready. I'm going to be playing some games. We'll be doing some 3 for $10 sales. Going to run special on shipping, but don't forget to stay tuned to the Rift Network for everything that you need. Peace out, guys. Love ya. Have a